Pastor Howell here with a daily word of encouragement. It is Friday, May 8th, 2020, as we end a work week heading into the weekend. It's a beautiful day here in New Mexico in the mid 70s, probably the last day that it'll be in the mid 70s until October, getting ready to head into the hot season. But as we look forward to this weekend, I don't know if you enjoy looking at the night sky. My son Andrew and I just got a telescope in this past week. Haven't had a telescope since I was a kid, and we've been really enjoying that. Particularly last night was the last super moon, really when the moon is closest to the Earth's orbit, and just a very bright moon, able to take some pictures even through the telescope, but to be able to view the moon and the stars. And one of the things I love about New Mexico is the little light pollution that we have, and just on a clear night, you can see the moon very brightly, and on a moonless night, you can see just thousands and thousands of stars in the sky. And so just a great place to stargaze and to look at the heavens. But as we think about the moon and the stars, the sun and all that God has created, that reminds us of God's faithfulness, and particularly his faithful love to us. And so no matter what we're going to face today, no matter what we're facing this weekend, and then the days and weeks ahead, as we hopefully come out of the stay-at-home and lockdown orders here in New Mexico and around the country, looking forward in the next few weeks to getting back to on-site worship, particularly at First Baptist here in Carlsbad, and wherever you might be. Hopefully your church will be able to get back to on-site worship just as soon as possible as well. But as we wait for that, we know we have a God who is faithful, and most importantly, we have a God whose faithful love endures forever. Indeed, there's a whole Psalm 136, that reminds us of God's faithful love. And I want to share that with you this afternoon. The psalmist declares, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithful love endures forever. And give thanks to the God of gods. His faithful love endures forever. Give thanks to the Lord of lords. His faithful love endures forever. He alone does great wonders. His faithful love endures forever. He made the heavens skillfully. His faithful love endures forever. He spread the land on the waters. His faithful love endures forever. The sun, he made the great lights. His faithful love endures forever. The sun to rule by day. His faithful love endures forever. The moon and stars to rule by night. His faithful love endures forever." You're picking up a pattern here about God's great love and his faithfulness, and that love enduring forever. Indeed, because God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, his great love for you and for me is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Verse 10, "He struck the firstborn of the Egyptians. His faithful love endures forever. He brought Israel out from among them. His faithful love endures forever. With a strong hand and outstretched arm, his faithful love endures forever. He divided the Red Sea. His faithful love endures forever. And led Israel through. His faithful love endures forever. But hurled Pharaoh and his army into the Red Sea. His faithful love endures forever. He led his people in the wilderness. His faithful love endures forever. He struck down great kings. His faithful love endures forever. And slaughtered famous kings. His faithful love endures forever. Sihon, king of the Amorites, his faithful love endures forever. And Og, king of Bashan, his faithful love endures forever. And gave their land as an inheritance. His faithful love endures forever. An inheritance to Israel, his servant. His faithful love endures forever. He remembered us in our humiliation. His faithful love endures forever. And rescued us from our foes. His faithful love endures forever. He gives food to every creature. His faithful love endures forever." And then in verse 26, the psalmist ends as he began, "Give thanks to the God of heaven. His faithful love endures forever." So no matter what we face, no matter what we're going through, individually, as families, as a church, as a community, as a state, as a nation, as a world, to understand that God's love in and through Jesus Christ endures forever. forever. And so might you remember that this weekend. We hope that you enjoy God's great creation. Might it point you back to him, and might it remind you of God's great love that endures forever to you and to me. And invite you to join us this Sunday, 10:45, for online worship, First Baptist Carlsbad on Facebook as well as YouTube. We'll be back with you again tomorrow on Saturday for another word of encouragement, but hope you have a great rest of your day in the Lord. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow.